Hello and welcome everyone. I am your host Cray SW, and today we will be having the national qualification for the Singapore, Malaysia and Philippines region of the All-Star Team Battle. Alright, 2022 hosted by Comtours. The rules of this event is really interesting. We have 4 teams in total from this qualifier region, and we will be seeing them fighting out against each other through a round-robin rule, where the rules is actually very simple. The matches will be based on a best of 5 for the overall team score, and for each match, it's gonna be a best of 1 for each player, which means that for each match, we will be seeing a different set of players who are representing their teams, alright? Followed up, yeah, really can't wait for this event to start, and here are the rules, okay? So the rules is, for the match 1, we do have the pre-bans, which is the SWC battle. Match 2, the 20-star battle, followed by match 3, 4-star or below battle. And then match 4 and 5 will be the pre-bans once again for the SWC ruling. Here are the national qualification rewards. The top 2 teams will receive 750 crystals each, whereas the other 2 teams will walk away with 200 crystals. And then the top 2 teams basically will be moving on to the final round, alright? Because we do know that there's qualifications that happen in Thailand, Vietnam, and also Indonesia. I believe their matches are already done. And then here are the brackets for today. So we will be having 6 matches in total. First up, PYW against SWPH, then A Spades followed by Jia Jia Hing Hing, which is the bottom right. And then for the third match, PW versus Ace of Spades. And then we'll be taking a short break after that. And then followed by the other 3 matches. Okay, so for Team 4 PYW, we do have Soy Reva, Coco Bingsu, Mochi, Coco Melon, and Atom. For Jia Jia Hing Hing, we do have Coconut, Mai Granzi, 2 coconuts actually, Jin Yao, and Connor. Yeah, the Chinese name is actually Jiamin, the real coconut from Goat. SWPH, Cute, Case Ace, Ender, Gabriel, Maria Khalifar, and the Korean name. Alright. Apologize, can't read that name. And it's gonna be a very interesting one. Ace Spades, we do have Lord Dism, the Chinese dude, 2 of them, and 2 DNs. Okay, so without further ado, before we start the matches, right, we will be having a minigame event, okay? So please make sure to join in on this one. Very simple. All you have to do is answer the question, which I'll be showing you guys really soon. And I'll be releasing the answer at the end of this stream, alright? So, which is the level limit to acquire all 12 rewards of the special check-in gift event in-game? Is it A, 13, B, 15, C, 18, D, 20? Lock in your answers down in the comments section below. And also please make sure to fill up your in-game details in the Google documents provided down in the pin section as well, alright? So once again, you will see in the comment section, there will be one pin from the SömmerNörsWar Asian, where it's gonna be a Google document provided for you guys to fill up this form, alright? Please make sure to do so that we will be able to choose the lucky winners, alright? So first, the lucky winner will actually be receiving a ragdoll figurine, and then 8 other lucky participants will be getting 2 mystical scrolls each. So once again, which is the level limit to acquire all 12 rewards of the special check-in gift event in-game? Is it A, B, C, or D? Type in your answers down in the comment section below, and also make sure to fill in your details in the Google document provided in the pinned comment section. Alright, so I'll just leave it here while we wait for the matches to start. Yeah, the first match will be 4 PYW against SWPH. I think this is going to be a very interesting one, because we do know for PYW, most of them are from the Boss Guild, and I think they are one of the really strong competitors, alright? So, first of all, Mochi He's already G3 here. And then he's up against Ender Gabriel. So this will be the pre-ban SWC ruling. Let's see what kind of draft they prefer right now because of the slight nerfs towards the Oliver and Nana. However, I still think Nana is a really good unit as well as Oliver, because with Nana, the 25%, I think a lot of people will be pairing it together with things like Leo or even Ragdoll, where they get the revive off and they're under the Torrent range. Whereas Oliver, slight nerf like I said, but still really strong because one violent proc and then it's back to square one. You'll be able to use your skills once again. Right, so Oliver still one of the highest picks in terms of normal elemental units. So Mochi straight right off the bat going for that unit. And Ender Gabriel is already opting for the second turn pivot, which is the Singza and Antares. Two very strong units to deal against the Oliver, especially Antares. And we are seeing Mochi following his draft with the Naftis and Karnal. So he still needs a stripper on his side. Okay, we got 15 seconds left for Ender Gabriel to choose his lineup. And it's gonna be the Veladrol and Verdahall. So Mochi, I still think he needs one stripper on his side. Because with the Wusa, it means that Ender Gabriel can just ban out the last pick. Honestly, at this point. But he got 5 seconds left. And going for the Marsha. 2 LD units, which is really strong. And Ender Gabriel just gonna be locking in the Praha. Probably for the resistance leader, if he chooses to do it. Because I still think the high value ban is either onto the Antares or the Veladrol. But yet again, turn cycling with the Verdahall is gonna be really good. But Naftis, you know, Naftis can always land debuffs and stuff like that. So what will the bans be? And it's gonna be the Marsha and Veladrol, like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, high value ban onto the Veladrol. And he's gonna take his slight chance of risk here with the resistance 41%. However, we do know Naftis don't really care about the resistance lead coming out from the Praha. So we'll be able to see 4 PYW. First match. Looking really strong with this draft. Wusa going first, of course, placing the Wish of Immortality. And then Naftis probably just gonna be following up with the AoE skill here. There we go, with the glancing onto the Verdahall as well. You can see the damage output from this Naftis is actually really good. Dealt so much damage towards the Verdahall and Antares already. And Karnal will be following up as well. And with all the heal blocks, Praha can't really do anything about this. The reset comes onto the Singza. I believe he can just second skill into the third skill. Yeah, he's still deciding what he wants to do with the Karnal. Or maybe his connection is a little bit shaky. Yeah, there's no loading yet. Okay, the battle is paused, alright. So I believe there was like a slight connection delay on either one of the players. And then Karnal now. What will he do? Seems like there's still a slight lag here. But from what I experienced here, I believe he will just use the second skill, the Sword of Gluttony, to steal the attack bar and then potentially killing off the Antares first, because that's the main threat against the Oliver actually. Okay, here we go, we are back. So SWAT Rain, he's not gonna delay anything. one-shotting the Antares as well. So Impulse Gun able to reset the Singzer once again with the glancing onto the Vertihall. Actually getting two crits, but Praha still can't heal up. This additional turn doesn't really do too much because now Oliver, if one additional turn comes, he'll be able to reset the Praha as well. Actually, he does have the skill, so just going for the monkey. Yeah, once monkey drops, this game is pretty much over because yeah, I think Ender Gabriel last pick should have been another immunity user. That's what I feel like. Yeah, one single Veladrol, once you ban off that unit, it's gonna be really tough to deal against the Naftis, you know? So just 2 units against 4. It's gonna be a simple win for Mochi, so congratulations to him. And once again, yeah, here's the questions. Please make sure to fill in the Google form provided down in the description below, in the pinned comment section, and also make sure to answer this question as well, because we will be having a lucky draw for the winner here, where the winner will be receiving a ragdoll figurine, 1 lucky winner, and then the other 8 lucky participants will be receiving 2 mystical scrolls each. Yeah, so make sure to do that. And yeah, we are on to the next. Here we go. So here's the second battle between 4PYW and SWPH. We do see CoComelon against Maria Khalifa right now. This is for the 20-star battle. So CoComelon already locking in the Ciara and Rauk, 2 really strong units. And then Maria Khalifa going for the Vert, Waterryu, and also Fran. So locking in the double bombers there with the form of Ciara and Gianna. So Maria Khalifa, this pick is actually really strong. The SEAEN might be a potential force ban, you know? And following up with another healer, which is the Lulu. And we are seeing Cadiz. So very good synergy from CoComelon's side, where he has, in a way, kind of 2 strippers with the Cadiz and Gianna. So Gianna is banned out. And we do know the potential of Cadiz. The more he moves, the more the opponents can't really do anything about it. And then, yeah, we're seeing the force ban, like I said, onto the SEAEN as well. So the damage output from Maria Khalifa's side isn't really the best. Look at that. Fran already down to half HP. And there won't be any heals coming in anytime soon. Fran goes down. And Sarah Wolf, oh my god, look at the Rauk. So many additional hits. And this Lulu might potentially go down here with the branding, taking more damage from the bomb. And then 2 of the support units is already down. Once again, very clean fights coming out from 4PYW, especially from CoComelon. So 2v4 once again right off the bat. Yeah, this Waterryu is gonna go down. Left this Vertihall alone. I honestly don't think Vertihall can do anything about this. Yeah, one of the Icarus doing so much work by the team up. And it's a 2-0 right now. Will we see SWPH come back from this? Because if it's 3-0, this match is over. Alright. So 2 really fast wins from Mochi and CoComelon. And we do see their drafts have been really on point, where although I feel like the first match was a little bit shaky, if let's say Ender Gabriel went for another immunity user on his side, then it could be a little bit tricky because he didn't have any strippers on Mochi's lineup. And if you play the long run game, you can potentially win that fight. However, he opted for the Praha, which didn't really do much because of Naftis heal block and stuff like that. Couldn't heal up the team and then it just went down. For the second match, I think that one was really clean, where he did his research on the 20-star battle, the Ikaru and Rauk. Of course, he has the Gianna and also the Caddis to follow up with his draft. So really, really strong. Now we'll be able to see the third match here. Coco Bingsu up against the Korean name. Alright, this will be the match 3, which means this will be the 4-star and below units that you can only choose. So we're seeing Asher pick up from Coco Bingsu's side and just straight away retaliating with that Izaria and Clara, followed by Tyrone and the Dark Chun-Li as well. So Tablo and Abigail. We don't really see Abigail too much in 4-star region. So once again, I think this is gonna be a pretty fun one. AoE armor breaks and also some beneficial block effect coming out from the units. Very good kit. And he's opting for this Chloe and Yen. Yeah, Chloe and Yen. So Yen is gonna be the damage output dealer on Coco Bingsu's side. Chloe to provide the immunity and invincibility buff. Also good heals coming out from her. So last pick. This needs to be really important, because I think it's gonna be a challenge for first turn, as you can see here. Going for another succubus. So the fire one this time. And we'll see who actually get first turn. If you ban off the Tableau, that's also the Chloe speed leader. So there's no point in that. Going for the Asher is good. And Clara will be banned out as well. Both sides has the 24% leader skill. I still feel like Tableau will... Oh, this Tableau a little bit slow though. Most likely on Violent. So Chloe goes first, going for the Fanatic. And getting the strips all around. Tyrone gets the freeze off, very important. And he'll be able to control the team on Coco Bingsu's side. Unfortunately, didn't get the sleep onto the Yen, so Yen can probably do a little bit damage here, but with the glancing and attack debuff, just gonna be hitting like a wet noodle there. 2k damage, not enough. And then controlling the Tableau this time, going for the pushback. And Izaria needs to land the sleep. Getting this additional turn, no sleep yet. Good controls. Oh, very important sleep onto the Tableau. Because if Tableau could have used the third skill, it could be dangerous. And Izaria just gonna opt for the attack bar reduction. Abigail down to the last hit already. Getting another sleep off. And going for the AoE damage. Looking really good. Yeah, once he brings down the Yen, I think this game is pretty much over. And yeah, taking back 2-1. That was a really nice fight. However, I kinda thought that the Tableau would have been on Swift. But yeah, you can see Violent doesn't really provide too much, because if you don't get the first turn off, yeah, when you're fighting against things like the AoE strippers in the form of Dark Chun-Li and also the Clara, which he force ban. Yeah, it was either one of those, because he had double speed leads as well in the form of Tyrone and also the Izaria. So, no choice but to ban out the Clara. However, the Dark Chun-Li also really fast, so that was a really good setup from the Korean person in SWPH, taking one victory. And then, yeah, we'll be moving on to match 4. So match 4 will be a pre-ban SWC ruling. And we're seeing Atom up against Cute. Oh, G3 player as well against a Fighter 3. But rankings doesn't really matter. The most important is whether you got the runes and the monster pool to do so. So pre-bans, what will it be this time? Not too much info onto Atom, but I think Cute needs to probably just ban off the safety picks, things like Oliver and stuff like that. However, she has the first turn, so if you do not have that unit, I guess Oliver is still one of the most banned unit out there. Really strong. Going for the Nana, I guess. Alright. So Nana also a very good ban here. Followed by the Verderhal as well. So with the Vertihal ban, it means that Atom might just go YOLO. First turn cleave comp incoming, I guess. So Cute taking the Bastet. Do we see Atom taking in the speed leaders first? Going for the Kanal. Kanal and Oliver. Yep, like I said, Oliver, really strong unit. And then what will Cute do? Going for a Draco. So this will be the so-called Japanese cleave back in the day, where we're seeing the Garo Draco, Bastet, potentially a Lucian as well at the end. But how are you gonna outspeed this? He has the Wunsa. So if another speed leader comes and then followed by a last pick stripper, it's gonna be very hard for Cute to deal with this lineup. Okay, opting for the double pioneers this time. So we're seeing Wusa and also the Wunsa. And finalizing Cute's draft will be the Lucian, like I said. And then followed by Shimite providing the 24% speed leader. Oh, Atom also having this Gianna pick. So is he really confident? Yeah, the bans onto the Wunsa and the Lucian. So speed leader 33% against the Gianna. It's gonna be really tough. But I'm assuming Cute side doesn't have any immunity. So if there's no immunity onto Cute side, there's a pretty good chance to actually steal this win. Yeah, the Gianna can't do anything about this. But the Bastet, seems to me like the Bastet doesn't have runes. It's so slow. Oh no. Okay, Draco needs to go for this buff. And it was actually a first pick on the Bastet. Huh, very interesting. So Shimite just trying to kill off the Gianna. Yeah, Garo will be able to finish it off. However, Oliver can't really do too much because of the immunity onto Cute side. So, Cute, you really need your Bastet to move. Kanal can potentially kill off the Shimite there. Big damage onto the Garo as well. Okay, Bastet buffs comes, so the Oasis Blessing finally onto the Garo. And Oliver once again has the Mega Impulse gun, getting the reset off onto the Garo, just trying to remove that unit, getting the additional turn as well. So like I said, Oliver, even though with the nerf, it's still gonna be really good. And Garo goes down. There's no more damage output onto Cute side. And it seems to me that 4PYW will be taking this victory 3-1. As it stands right now, because there's no way for Cute to finish off any of this kind of units with 2 supports. Yeah, they will get this match victory. Yeah, Bastet placing the debuffs, but to no avail, there's no damage done. Draco goes down, and Bastet as well. Alright, so congratulations for 4PYW. They took their first win of the day, and yeah, we'll be getting ready for the second match, which will be Ace Spades up against Jia Hing Hing. So we do know Jia Hing Hing, most of them are in Goat, and also there's a random Jin Yao there. So Jin Yao, of course, one of the top RTA players in the game, and it's gonna be a very good addition to their lineup. So oh, it's gonna be a really tough one. However, hopefully Ace Spades can come up with some pretty fun comps that can probably surprise them in terms of the draft. And yeah, we'll see, because we do know that there will be the 20-star ruling and also the 4-star units and below. So those makes things really interesting in terms of the matches played. And then of course match 1, 4 and potential 5, if it's not clean sweep 3-0, then we'll probably move on to match 4 or match 5, and then we'll see whether Oliver needs to get banned. That's what I think. It's still so strong. First pick worthy. And once again, just gonna show you the mini game question. Please make sure to lock in your answers down in the comment section below, and also make sure to fill in the Google document, which is the pinned comment section in the comments. Alright, so which is the level limit to acquire all 12 rewards of the special check-in gift event in-game? Is it A, B, C, or D? Alright, very simple. Lock in your answers, and then one lucky winner will be getting a ragdoll figurine, and another 8 participants will be receiving 2 mystical scrolls each. So make sure to do that. Good luck, and I'll be releasing the answers at the end of this stream as well. So at the end also, we do have a coupon code up for grabs, so please make sure to stay tuned all the way. And it's gonna be 100 energy, 100k mana, and 1 mystical scroll for you guys. So second match is underway. We do see Ace Spades, the first Chinese player, will be fighting Jiamin from Jie Hing Hing side. The Jiamin is the real coconut, the one with a lot of LD units, so I think this is gonna be a really fun one. Of course, locking in the Oliver first pick. Because of the pre-ban, the anti-rest, she's just really scared of that unit. And on Ace Spade side, he's already going very heavy on the second turn pivot once again with the Douglas and Nana. So do we see things like the... Okay, yeah. I wanted to say the LD units. So Lima, Ragdoll picked up. And we also see Sierra and Gianna. Alright, looking really good. Riley to complement the Ragdoll. And do we see something like Tianlang along those lines? Of course, she got better units. By going for the Miles. Alright, Miles. And is that a Valantis? Seems to me it's a Valantis. Alright. So very good drafts on both sides. Both having really good LD net 5s as well. So this is gonna be a really tough ban. Yeah, the ban onto the Sierra and Riley, because once again, Riley doing Riley things. One additional turn, everybody back to full life. Just so many heals in her kit. And we do have the power of Oliver and also Lima. Do not underestimate Lima. Lima is a really strong unit to have. And Mouse just going for the Gianna. Didn't get the stun off, so a little bit unfortunate. And just going for the strip. So Lima taking big damage. Needs to go for the reset here. Getting the attack bar pushed back as well. So Volantis still hasn't moved yet. And he'll be able to finally use the strip. Getting the stun onto the Lima as well. Good stun onto the Ragdoll too. So he's controlling the team really well. Look at the Volantis go. However, Gianna most likely will die to the dot soon. Look at the Oliver. Oh man, one violent proc. And he goes another 2 turns. Okay, he's gonna be able to kill off the first life of the Nana, which is the passive. And Volantis needs to get this stun. Finally gets it. However, the cleanse comes onto the Lima, and Gianna most likely will go down again. As we do know, Douglas will always be on Vampire, so you can't bang on him getting any additional turns when you're running this unit. So does the heal from the Lima enough to sustain the team? This can be a potential 1v4, but it's gonna be really tough. Douglas needs to kill off the Oliver here. Thankfully, he got the proc off onto the first skill as well. Okay, Ragdoll trying to finish up the Volantis. Valentin's really low on health and he can't really do too much. Just placing some dots here which will be cleansed up by the Lima once again. And everything goes down basically. So really good fights. Like I said, the draft have been favoring Jamin. Very good pick actually on the mouse, because mouse does very consistent damage onto the Douglas. Don't really care about crits, just providing pure damage every single time, like 8-9k, 8-9k, especially when the game prolongs longer, where the HP decreases, the attack increases as well. And if you can't really kill off the mouse, it's just gonna get too many passive stacks, moving so much. One violent proc, yeah, Douglas is dead. So good fight coming out from Jamin. And Jie Heng Heng taking this 1-0. Alright, moving on to the second match. We do see Connor rise up from the dead, up against Lordism. Yeah, it's been quite some time since we've seen Connor participating in the tournaments. So is he rusty in terms of his draft? We'll see. Actually going for the Roy. Yeah, very interesting unit to have. And Lordism just going for all the werewolves and also the Antares. 20 seconds left for Connor. I still feel like he needs to go for one 3-star unit and then he can follow up with 2 Nat 5s. I think that is the best route for him to go. Okay, locking in the 2 Nat 5s already, which is the Water Ryu and the Narsha. So Lordism also having this Dark Paladin, the Leona, very strong. Potential 1v4. And then Amduat to finish up his draft. Connor just opting for the Alucia because that's the 3-star unit to have. Everything else is already kind of taken up, especially like things like Vigor, good heals for the team, and also the Asher. So Narsha will get banned. Does Connor have enough damage output with this lineup? We'll see about that. Because from what I see here, if the Water Ryu isn't on like a high additional damage build on the artifacts, the sole damage dealer most likely will just be the Roy. And of course, the occasional second skill coming up from the Wusa. But yet again, good heals coming out from the double werewolves. So we'll see about this. So Wusa just opting for the immunity, getting the additional turn already. Getting the 2 sleeps as well. The 2-turn sleep onto the Antares. That's huge. Big damage as well from this Water Ryu. So the Amduat taking a heavy beating. No choice but to use up all the heals on Lordism's side. Getting the armor break and the attack bar pushback as well. I think honestly the Amduat will be dying really soon. So Asher can go for the strip. Going for the Alucia actually. And Amduat down to the last hit already. The Antares getting a lot of turns, but the damage output from it isn't really the best because there's 3 water units. And Alucia, of course, just gonna put the Antares back to sleep. Yeah, go to sleep, son. Can't do anything about that because there's no cleanse onto Lordism's side. Yeah, you can heal, but not even choosing to heal just yet. So getting the stun off onto the Asher. Wow, this Wusa premium. Landing the 2-turn sleep every single time. What kind of luck is that? So Vigor gets armor broken, including the provoke, which doesn't really do too much since it's already frozen up. And look at the damage from the Roy. Vigor will definitely go down here, 10k damage. And with the immunity back up once again, Antares can't really do anything about this. While the Asher is still asleep. Yeah, he can just go for the heal, but just choosing to go for the normal attack, trying to kill off the Antares, and then this will be a easy win in the bag. yeah, left this Asher alone. 2-0. Looking really good from Cheche Heng Heng's side. Yeah, we've seen, I think all these players have been really prepared. They probably already like focus on each player to play certain kind of comps in terms of the match ruling, because we do know the second and third match will be something different, which is the 20-star ruling and also the 4-star below units that you can use. So yeah, pretty sure they already focused their runes onto several of those kind of lower tier monsters in that sense. And yeah, we see Connor preparing really well for this one, taking it 2-0, unfazed by the lack of participation in tournaments, I guess, but still really strong. Yeah, Connor. Alright, so we'll be waiting for the match 3. So match 3 will be the 4-star and below. I think this one most likely we'll be seeing something along the likes of Clara once again. I think those have been standing up, actually proving a point, right? Where earlier we saw the power of the double succubus as well. Yeah, putting the sleeps onto the Yan all round really, because every time they go for the normal attack, if you land the sleep, they get a 50% attack bar. Especially when you're very high on violent, like let's say for example your violent runes are like plus 150, 160 speed, are getting a 50% additional attack bar there, which means you get more turns. Alright, so really good stuff so far in terms of all the drafts. And yeah, we are waiting for the next set of players. Will Jecha Heng Heng get a 3-0 clean sweep? We'll see. The third match is underway. Let's go. So this will be Coconut, aka YS. As you guys know his previous name, remember YS. And then we do have Ching Kok Wai on Ace and Spades. So we're seeing the Asher, followed by Kaki and Gemini. So both sides going somewhat like a cleave comp. Do we see a Tableau? Okay, Tableau and a 5-star Bernard. But doesn't really matter because Bernard base speed is still really high, and most of the time you just want the Bernard to go for the buff. Getting the first turn, very important. But if you're buffing the Gemini, means that Gemini can't strip. That might be an issue as well. So we'll see about this team synergy coming up on Ching Kok Wai. And yeah, YS just locking in the counter units, which is the Jubel and SEAEN. Two really strong counter picks against Kok Wai's lineup. And the Verisa will be banned. Alright. So do we see a good synergy from the Bernard and Gemini here? We'll see about this. 10% speed leader on Coconut side and 24% speed leader on Ching Kok Wai. So Asher still moving first. This Bernard no runes. Once again, not prepared. And getting the provoke off onto the Gemini, however additional turn, not able to strip off anything. Kaki. Will the Kaki do good damage? Not enough. However, it's on violent. So he's just trying to work onto the SEAEN. But SEAEN will always get the bomb off because if he dies, he has the invincibility buff. So just going for the strips onto the Kaki. Look at the damage. The Asher is so fast and also doing so much damage as well. Kaki goes down. And this game is basically over. Bernard gets one shot. And we still haven't even seen the SEAEN use the bomb yet. So bomb will be landed right now. And looks to me this will be a 3-0 clean sweep from Jecha Heng Heng's side. So congratulations to them, they get this match victory. And for the next one, we will be seeing 4PYW up against Ace Spades. So I think the third player, he really needs to rune up his 4-star below units because yeah, we saw the Bernard not having any attack bar at the start. So which means that most likely it doesn't have any runes. I'm not sure. It also got one shot from the Jubel. Really unlucky stuff really. And yeah, we'll be waiting for 4 PYW and Ace of Spades. So this will be the third match, and then after this we'll be taking a short break, and then we'll be back for the match 4 to 6 and see who will be the top 2 teams that progresses on to the final round of the All-Star Team Battle 2022 hosted by Comtours. And also we do know the regions from Indonesia, Vietnam, and also Thailand already locked in their participants. They played the qualifiers yesterday, and actually Vietnam was this afternoon if I'm not mistaken. So congratulations to all the qualifiers in those regions as well. And we'll see whether who will be representing the English speaking countries in the Southeast Asia, mainly the Singapore, Malaysia and Philippines region for this one. And here we go, match 3 just started. So Mochi will be fighting the Chinese dude. Pre-bans, do we see a Antares pre-ban on Mochi's side? Because he has the first turn pick again, which we already know what will be. Okay, he did his research, so he's going for the Valantis ban. Respectable. And then the Canal pre-ban coming out from Ace Spades. I think this one is a no-brainer. First pick. Secure that unit. Yeah, there we go. The Oliver. Still one of the best units in game in terms of normal elemental net 5s. Of course, Nana to follow up with his draft. On the other hand, Nana and Leo. Finally, we are seeing this combination, like I said before, with the slight nerf on the Nana's passive, which means that if the Leo dies, it's gonna be revived up with 25% HP, which is under torrent range. So we'll see whether any teams can actually utilize this. So following up his draft with a Sierra Gianna as well. And Mochi going forward, Viva Shell Molong. So you got very good combination from those 2 units as well, with the Switch of Destiny into the Molong's Reckless Assault. Rakan. Oh, juicy unit that we don't ever see in R8. So Rakan. Potential good provokes. And then Wusa. Yeah, falling back a bit there with a support unit in the form of Wusa. And who do we see? Douglas to finalize Ace Spades draft for this Chinese guy. Alright, so the Gianna and the Oliver will be banned out. Probably should have just ran the Leo leader skill or something, because speed leader doesn't really provide too much here with Leo in play. But it's fine. So Leo will be moving first. Didn't get the pushback onto the Wusa. And there is no strips whatsoever. Everybody is gonna be very happy under the 3 turns immunity and 3 turns shield. No damage done. And able to actually finish off the Nana with the Dragon Dance. Don't even have to use the Reckless Assault just yet. And Nana can't do anything about this. Rakan will be able to go for the collapse. Potentially onto the Sierra. There we go. One shot. Oh man, this just went south real fast. And probably he's just gonna... Oh my god, the collapse onto the Douglas. To one-shot that unit, left this Leo alone. Leo's like, hey, where's my teammates? Everything is dead. Oh, that was a quick one. Yeah, the Rakan did so much work. Landing the provokes onto the Douglas. Douglas had no choice but the normal attack, and then getting the proc off from the collapse and killing himself. Really unlucky, but hey, once again, the draft have been really solid from 4 PYW, because like I said, you do not have any strippers when the Gianna gets banned off, and then with the Wusa's immunity, 3 turns, everybody chilling under their shield and immunity. You can't do anything about that, especially when you're running things like Sierra, where you need to land the bombs for your damage output. Douglas, without any armor breaks as well, won't be hitting too hard. So that was a very good draft coming out from 4PYW first match itself. And then now we do have the second match rolling. It's the 20-star one, and we're seeing CoComelon choosing the same units once again with his Sierra and Rogue. And Lordism going for the Vigor, Asher, Antares. Everything the same really from their matches. So Ikaru once again together with the Gianna. Lordism this time changing it up a little bit. Not opting for the Leona because you know Leona's just gonna get bombed up. And going for the Leo and Vertihall. So Cadis with the ban onto the Gianna. We know what will happen because Cadis is still really strong in this kind of situations. We saw earlier how fast CoComelon destroyed the opponent's side with all the team ups together with the Cadis. This is gonna be either a quick one. I'm not sure whether Lordism can sustain the first turn damage output, but we'll see. So Antares, look at the damage, already down to the last hit. Placing the bomb, Antares will go down. Oh man, this is a quick one. Vertihall really low on health as well. The Vigor and Asher still hasn't moved yet. And Cadis just trying to finish off the Vertihall first. Asher able to get off this heal, but to no avail. Vertihall is stunned up. Needs to bring down the Rogue as soon as possible, but not enough. Not enough damage right there. And now the control comes once again. Look at the attack bar pushback and the strip. This additional turn means that the bomb will be placed onto the Vigor as well. And just going for the normal attack, why not? Branding and armor break 4k a pop on that Sierra's normal hit. It's just too much to deal. Yeah, the Asher will never be moving. Okay, clean fight once again from CoComelon's side. So nobody has answers towards that kind of draft, which is the Sierra Gianna, and then also the double Dogos really working really well for his lineup. And yeah, you can't really, because there's no pre-bans for the 20-star ruling, so he's always free to use that lineup unless the opponent can steal away his Sierra or even the Gianna. But yet again, when you're running this kind of units, Cadis is always kind of premium, unless you find one of your teammates having a Cadis to try to steal away that unit. Because if the double Doggos goes first, Cadis gets the strip into the Ataba pushback. I think one unit is gonna die easily, even if you do not have the Sierra and Gianna to follow up with your draft. There's always any other speed leaders and stuff like that to complement those kind of lineup. And then now we do have the third match underway, which is the 4-star and below ruling. So Coco Bingsu going for the Asher, and Chinkok White this time switching up his draft. So we're seeing a Orion this time. So definitely better picks, because we did know that the Bernard didn't have any runes earlier. So it's gonna be the Orion and the Triana. Somewhat passive on the Triana, but it's still a pretty decent pick. Not sure. Oh, he actually has the Kinky. Should have just used it earlier. So Kinky and Iris, okay. I'm liking the draft coming out from Chinkok White's side right now. A lot better than previous. And then Coco Bingsu going for the Arya and the light Kung Fu Girl. Liu Mei? Is he trolling with the Liu Mei? Yeah, he's still deciding. Actually choosing the Izaria, alright. Wow, Chinkok White also has the Molly as well. But if Kinky is banned out, the damage output from Clockwise side isn't really the best unless the Triana is on a quick damage build. But Coco Bingsu just gonna go for the ban onto the Molly because we do know Molly is kinda hard to deal with all the passive heals, the single target cleanse on the shield as well. Really good kit. That's why it's really strong in terms of siege. And we're seeing the Asher move first. This will be potential match victory for 4PYW side if they can clinch this win to go for a 3-0 clean sweep. So it's all up to Chin Kok Wai to save his team on Ace Spades. So going for the strip, didn't get anything. A little bit unlucky with the Orion. And Asher will be able to follow up with a normal attack. And just going for the normal attack from the Arya as well. So armor break lands onto the Orion, really low on health. And just providing the speed buffs. Why not? Yeah, he's slapping the opponent really fast. Orion already goes down. Triana can't save it. So the concept here, he's just gonna be synergizing his Vigor together with the Asher. Whenever Vigor lands the 3 turns armor break, Asher goes for the big damage nuke. So what can Iris do? Getting 1 Despair stun, but the damage output isn't really looking too good onto Chin Kok Wai's side. The Kinky needs to move, but with the slow debuff, it's gonna be taking a really long time. Just 1.3k attack, that isn't enough. And Kinky goes to sleep once again. Now he can just slowly focus onto the Iris. Very good team control onto Coco Bingsu's side. Yeah, because he knows that the Triana doesn't have the passive up. So he's just opting for all the damage. Getting the sleep once again. Shred definitely secures this kill. 2v4. What can Kinky do? It's getting control left and right. And it concedes. So 4PYW. Congratulations to them. They'll be taking this one 3-0 clean sweep once again. So really good stuff so far from all the teams. And we do see basically 2 teams playing really well, which is 4PYW and Jia Heng Heng. Yeah, they have not made many mistakes. They've just been fully focusing on their fights, trying to get their win as fast as they can for the team. And congratulations, yeah, for PYW, they already have 2 match wins, which is really strong. And then yeah, we'll be taking a short break now, and once we are back, we'll be showing the quiz questions once again. So make sure to like I said, answer in the comment section below once I show the questions later. And then please make sure to fill up the Google document form provided by the pinned comment section down below as well. Alright, so we'll be taking a short break. Do not go anywhere. And yeah, it's just gonna be about 5 minutes to 10, alright? So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. And we are back from the break. So once again, we are halfway through with the All-Star Team Battle for the national qualification for the Singapore, Malaysia and Philippines region for the, basically All-Star Team Battle here. And here is the score for now. So for PYW, they have 5 points, followed by Jie Heng Heng 3 points, and SWPH behind with -2 and Ace Spades at -6. Alright, here's the brackets for the halfway mark. And then we do have 3 more battles which will be showing really soon. However, before we begin that, please make sure, once again, here's the question. For those of you who just joined in, please answer this in the comment section down below. And don't forget to fill in the form which is provided in the pinned comment section below as well, so that you'll be able to validly participate in this minigame event and stand a chance to win the ragdoll figurine. Yeah, 1 lucky winner will be receiving the ragdoll figurine, and also 8 other participants will be walking away with 2 mystical scrolls each in-game. Alright, so which is the level limit to acquire all 12 rewards of the special check-in event for the gift in-game? Is it A, B, C, or D? Lock in your answers down in the comment section below, and make sure to fill up the Google document which is provided in the comment section as well. Alright, so make sure to do that to validly participate in this minigame event. And also at the end of the stream, we do have a coupon code up for grabs. It will be 100 energy, 100,000 mana stones, and 1 mystical scroll for 1,000 redemptions, only 1 per user, until 11:59 PM tonight. So once I release it later, please make sure to use it in game, alright? So national qualification rewards, once again, the top 2 teams qualifying for this region will be receiving 750 crystals each, and the other teams will be getting 200 crystals for their participation. Alright, so really good stuff. And the top 2 teams basically will be challenging the other qualifiers from Vietnam, Thailand, and also Indonesia. I believe their matches have already been concluded, and we'll be able to see the best of the best fighting out against each other in the All-Star Team Battle. Amazing rewards once again will be given out, so please make sure to stay tuned for that. And we do have the 4th match underway. Are you ready? So we're seeing Jie Heng Heng up against SWPH, and it's gonna be Coconut aka Jiamin up against Ender Gabriel. So Oliver and Antares ban out. Both sides really scared of those 2 units. And Ender Gabriel will be getting the first pick here. What will it be? He has 15 seconds to do so. Do we see him go passive right off the bat with a potential Nana pickup? Because we do know Jiamin has really good second turn units, so we're seeing a Sagar. Alright, very interesting. Sagar of course getting the single target strip and also getting the attack bar pushback, including a provoke, really good kit. And then we're seeing the Lima and Karnal. Yeah, we do know the Lima is a really strong unit to have. Pretty underrated, but it's just so strong. So 10 seconds left for Ender Gabriel. Going for the Praha. Praha and Velajol this time. I think, yeah, Jiamin doesn't really need to change any of her lineup. Just go for the Ragdoll Riley. Very standard solid picks coming out from her. And Ender Gabriel. This is gonna be a really tough one, because his damage output isn't really looking that good yet. He needs to have one sort of control here. Okay, going for another immunity in the form of Patter. Yeah, he actually has this unit. Very good. And he needs, however, a damage dealer, so he's going for the Leo. And Juno is a very good force band. What will Ender Gabriel do? Because there's so many things for you to ban on Jamin's side. Great heals coming out from the Riley. Good cleansers as well from the Lima. So Ragdoll will be banned out. And Ender Gabriel needs to probably bring down the Juno or the Kanal as soon as possible. But from what I can see here, it's gonna be quite tough. Doesn't matter. Let's go. This will be the first match for Jia Hing Hing up against SWPH. Who will get the first win? Very important to boost the team confidence. The first match. Okay, Valadrol actually moving first. So will he go for the Sanctuary? Actually does. And Sagar can potentially reset the Lima. Gets the triple provokes, but of course Juno is just gonna cleanse it later. So needs to work onto somebody right here. Will Ender Gabriel go for the kill onto Praha first? That's the question. It's not on a full crit rate build. Oh no. Didn't really do too much damage. And with the strip comes Kanal just laying out the SWAT ring, getting the double stuns. Can potentially push back here. Okay, just landing the provoke. Okay. Sagar down to half HP. The pattern needs to cleanse. Yeah, has to go for the Moonlight Grace. And the Praha needs to heal up as soon as possible. Ender Gabriel needs to time his armor break together with Valadrol's nuke. That's the only way for him to kill off anything really at this point. Possibly the Patter can do good damage with the second skill as well. Okay, landed the armor break onto the Lima. Good damage, 7k crit. However, very tanky onto Jamin's side. So Patter getting provoked. But there's just no cleanse right from the Lima yet, because it got resetted earlier. However, Riley will be moving soon. And everything will be back to square one if the Riley chooses to use the heal. Yeah, everybody back to full life. And like I said, one violent proc. There's just so many utility coming up from the Riley. And the healing potential coming up on Ender Gabriel's side is just the Praha, which isn't on a max crit rate build, so it's not gonna be turn cycling that fast. The Saga really low on health. If Saga goes down, I think this game is pretty much over. Gets the reset off onto the Kanal, very important. So Patter choosing to go for the wall blow. The Juno's damage, look at that, 2000 per hit. The additional damage from the artifacts working wonders for Jamin's side. And what will the Valadrol do? Can he armor break something? Needs to land it. However, the provoke on the Lima, killing off the Sagar already. And all this buff comes. Praha will be able to strip though. But the damage output, the strip is just gonna make the Juno heal up the whole team once again. Oh, this is kinda brutal. A slow death. Yeah, wow, look at the Juno's damage. Hitting the Valadrol so hard, even though Valadrol is defense based. And Riley has the fourth or third skill up again. Will be able to heal up the team if he chooses to do it, but just going for the normal attack. Yeah, the normal attack heal suffice to heal up the Lima back to full. And this Valadrol is kind of like a sitting duck here, just waiting for his turn to die. 1.5k damage. Look at that Juno. Getting the additional turn, so Sword of Gluttony will be able to finish off the Valadrol. And the Sword Rain will be coming up soon. So big AoE damage to follow up really soon. Ender Gabriel can't really do anything about this one. It's just 2 support units left. Yeah, it's just left the Patter and the Praha. Praha just going for the heal, which can't really do too much. Riley healing the team back to full life. However, didn't get the cleanse on the Lima, but it's fine. With the attack buff, big damage. Yeah, it's gonna be really tough to win on Ender Gabriel's side. This Patter taking a heavy beating. Every time Juno moves, quarter of his life goes down. Yeah, 1k damage isn't good enough. The Praha only doing 500. Even though the HP situation is reduced, everybody seems really tanky still onto Jiamin's side. So Ender Gabriel loses this one. Jiamin will be taking the victory, bringing Jie Hing Hing 1-0 in terms of the match. The best of 5, right? So 1-0. Next up, we'll be having the 20-star ruling. So that one is gonna be Connor, I believe. Yeah, Connor will be fighting out one of the representative from SWPH side. Okay, so it's gonna be pretty interesting so far. 20-star, we see a few synergies here and there, which worked out really well, especially on PYW's team, where one, that player always uses the Sierra together with the double doggos, getting the first turn every single time because their speed is so fast. And then you'll be able to pull out with things like Gianna and also the Cadis. So that one is gonna be very tough to deal with. Can't wait to see whether later on when Jie Hing Hing up against PYW's team, whether Connor can steal that win later. Yeah, we'll see about that. And yeah, just waiting for the next set of players to get ready. Might be Connor, might be somebody else in the team, I'm not too sure. So yeah, this one is actually really interesting to see. Once again, please make sure to stay tuned all the way to the end because there will be a coupon code up for grabs. 1,000 for redemptions only, so 1,000 players will be able to use the code until 11:59 PM tonight, where it's gonna be 100 energy, 100,000 mana stones, and 1 mystical scroll. You never know, you might get your nat 5 from it. Okay, so we do see Maria Khalifa up against Mr. Connor. So Connor going for the Asher first pick. Maria Khalifa going for the 2-star pick, which is the Lulu. Very good utility from that unit. Great cleanse and heals. And finishing up the first round of draft with the Verdahal. So Connor, what will he do? Still bring in the Royd. Yeah, he loves his Royd. And following up with a premium unit there. Very flashy stuff with the Nasha. Or Dominic. Even though Dominic got nerfed. But I still honestly think it's a very good unit. Consistent damage output from the last hit. 200% is still really good. So definitely we'll be seeing more of this. And Maria Khalifa just going for the Rika. Maybe a little bit too early because Connor will be able to go for the Wusa here. And following up his draft with the Water Ryu. So Maria Khalifa doesn't have any strippers. He really needs to ban off the Wusa. But if he does that, Connor definitely getting the first turn. And it all depends whether Maria Khalifa can sustain the damage output from Connor's team on the first turn itself. And I still feel when you're running a Rika without any strippers, no choice. It's a force ban onto the Wusa, and Connor don't really want to take any risks as well, going for the ban onto the Rika. So 24% speed leader onto Connor's side, and 33% HP leader on Maria Khalifa. So who will get this win? We'll see whether the Dominic can sustain the damage output from this Nasha. Pretty good strips all round, and Nasha will be able to follow up with a potential one shot onto somebody. Look at the damage. Antares is dead. Right, getting the additional turn. Potentially armor breaking and getting the pushback, however resistance. So this Dominic needs to dismount the Nasha as soon as possible. Big damage on the last hit, 7k. Like I said, even with the slight nerf on it, it's still really good. So Nasha is already dismounted. However, she's gonna be doing so much damage if she gets a turn. So Dominic needs to kill it off. Gets it done. And now it's a 3v3. Oh, the provoke onto the Lulu. That was huge. So Lulu can't really do anything yet. Getting armor broken as well. Taking big damage. Trying to kill off the Royd, but Royd is so tanky. Goes for the speed buff. Yeah, Royd is just gonna control the Dominic this time. Ooh, the stun onto the Lulu as well. Dominic goes down. And it's just left the Lulu and Verderhall. There's no damage output already. Lulu goes down as well. Massacre, big damage. The Royd working wonders for Connor's draft. Working every single time. So Connor bringing his team to one victory as well. So it's a 2-0 at the moment. So do we see a 3-0 clean sweep once again from JJ Heng Heng's side? Yeah, it all depends on the next set of team representatives, alright? So for the next match, which will be the match 3, it's gonna be the 4-star units and below. So hopefully we get to see some cool stuff in terms of the drafting. Yeah. Pretty good so far. I think all the draft have been really consistent on several of these team players, but they are just using whatever works for them. They didn't really switch things up much because, yeah, if it's working, why change it, right? The opponent doesn't have any answers to deal with it, and yeah, just sticking to your roots. Get that win, very important, because the top 2 teams actually will be progressing to the final round, which will be fighting against the other qualifiers from Vietnam, Thailand, and also Indonesia. So this will be a pretty big event, right? So now we do have, remember YS, which is aka Coconut, up against the Korean name player in SWPH. So we're seeing Asher Tableau on YS side, and Izara picked up on the other. Oh, this is gonna be a speedy one. Both sides trying their best to get their first turn. So Bernard, we do know. Remember YS, rune quality. The Bernard is gonna move really fast. High speed gaming right here. Clara and the Dark Chun-Li as well. So 10 seconds left. Will he just stick to the normal units that he used earlier? Okay, switching things up a little bit with the Trevor and Verderhall. So Mina is gonna be a very good pick here. Most likely potential ban, because it's gonna be hard to outspeed anyways. Might as well you just ban off that unit and pray for the best. So 24% speed leader on both sides. And we'll see. Asher Bernard most likely will get the first turn. There we go. So Asher, will he just go for the speed buff? He does. Bernard going for the body slam. and potentially a one-shot from this Shimite, because we know Shimite will be able to do good damage. Bam! 3v4 and return dice. So another round of damage output coming out from YS's side, aka Coconut. Asher can potentially just go for the kill onto the Trevor. Yeah, he's just trying to do that. But this Trevor isn't dying just yet. Gets the triple stun. Trevor needs to do a lot of work here. Will he get the crit? We'll see about this, because there's a glancing onto the Trevor. Very important. No crit. Very unlucky. So Clara not even opting for the second skill just yet. Trying to control the Asher as well. Needs to put the unit to sleep. Didn't get it. Yeah, if the Clara earlier did the second skill, the Clara could have finished off the Shimite earlier. So there was a little bit of misplay, but it's still really good on his side. Yeah. The Trevor can potentially 1v3 this by getting double stuns with the slow debuff as well. Oh, the Trevor is taking a heavy beating. There's no revenge and Vampire. Oh, it's on Vampire. Okay, nice. But the heal block comes. Oh no. The turn cycling from Coconut's side. Just too much to handle. Trevor getting stunned up again. Ah, we didn't get to see Trevor popping off this time. Could have been a potential similar unit like Douglas. And yeah, Jie Heng Heng, congratulations, they got their 3-0 win as well. So looking really strong, but it will be actually really nice to see the Trevor if it didn't get stunned up too often. And also the heal block also kind of detrimental because it was on Vampire. Couldn't heal up, and yeah, just went south after that. So it was still a very good pick from the Korean guy in SWPH side, because Trevor, very underrated unit, and it works very similar to something like a Douglas, you know, because when your life is slower, you'll be taking less damage. Of course, Douglas mitigates the crit rate, and then when you glance on him, he gets the counter and also cleanse. That one's the premium unit. But of course, you can't use Douglas in the 4-star and below team, right? So Trevor was a really good pick, a smart one as well, and we'll be able to see the next match, which will be PYW team up against Jie Heng Heng. Here we go, the match just started, and we do have Mochi. Okay, this is a big one, it seems to me, because we do know two of these teams have really strong players, and Jamin. Now we're seeing all the bans onto the LD unit, so Lima and Naftis is banned out. However, Mochi getting the first turn once again, I still think it's gonna be locking in the Oliver. Yeah, there we go. Riley and Ragdoll, possibly. Or maybe taking in a Nana for safety measures can work as well. Don't really need to show your cards so early on. Alright, going for the Tianlang. So Tianlang to potentially cut the team synergy on Mochi's side. And Mochi going for the Viva Shell Molong once again. It'd be fun if we see something like a Sei Mei. Yeah, that unit is also pretty good. 10 seconds left on Jiamin to choose her units. Going for the Savannah and Juno. Not so premium units, but also quite fun to have. 20 seconds left on Mochi's side to come up with a counter on this kind of draft. So with the Savannah and Juno, what will she be banning out? Because I feel like kinda needs to break the pattern on the Viva Shell Molong. If not, one unit is just gonna die right off the bat. And Nikki to finalize the draft. Yeah, Nikki actually does good damage. So we'll see about the bans here. Very important bans once again. But I still feel like if, let's say, Ragdoll in place of the Savannah, it could have been better. Because opponent most likely will be getting crits here and there, and then at least you get like your attack buff, attack bar boost. So Savannah will be banned out together with the Viva Shell. So definitely the speed leader 33% will be coming from Mochi, and Jiamin just opting for the crit rate leader from Juno. Here we go. Oliver going for this, and it's actually a very good counter against the Oliver as well, the Tianlang. So big damage output. Look at the Nikki go. Getting the additional turn already. Getting the sleep. Oh my god. Molly down to half life. Yeah, no point using the strip just yet. You do not really want to wake up the Oliver. So reckless assault on to the Nikki. Needs to kill. Okay, Nikki goes down. Oliver gets the additional turn. But everybody on Mochi's side is quite low on health. So we'll be able to see whether this Tianlang has enough damage output. Needs to get a few procs here and there. Getting the armor break off. Seems to me like the Juno... Yeah, the Juno crit. But Molly able to cleanse it away. So every time Mega Impulse Gun comes, Tianlang gets a little bit of attack bar boost. But Mochi here looking in a very good situation because his Tessarion is gonna be hitting so hard. Unfortunately, earlier he didn't land the Oblivion, so couldn't really stop the Tianlang. But Tianlang really low on health, and there's no way to cleanse the armor break just yet. Dragon Dance comes. This big crit should do it. 2v4. Molly able to cleanse herself. Seems to me like Mochi will be taking this 1-0 for his team. It all depends on the Juno. Okay, on the bright side, at least the Oliver is dead. But look at the damage output from the Tessarion. Yeah, the Juno can't do anything about this. Has to go for the 4th skill because there's the immunity. But this big crit should do it. Oh, really low on health. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, but it was a good try from Jiamin. And Mochi taking this 1-0. So, a really good start for 4PYW's team. Yeah? We got to see Tianlang. Not really a very good counter against the Oliver because yet again, there's things like the Tessarion playing in that field. However, the Tessarion didn't land any Oblivions, but if let's say it landed the Oblivion earlier on onto the Tianlang and also the Juno, things would have been a lot faster, smooth sailing for Mochi to win his fight, right? But obviously he still got it at the end. And yeah, good fight, good fight. Moving on to the second match here, we do see Connor up against Coco Melon. Yeah, Tessarion as a free-to-play unit. Everybody, try to get it if you haven't yet. It's so good. The passive, taking damage reduction as well, and also dealing good damage. So Coco Melon, not changing up his draft at all. We'll be able to see the Ikaru and also the Gianna. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna stick with it. And Connor is already heavily investing in his second turn pivot. Hopefully he can sustain the damage output coming out from Coco Melon's side. So a change of draft coming out from Connor, where we're seeing the Abilio. Really good heals actually. And the Suiki. Yeah, this is a secret unit. He loves to play with that. And will Coco Melon just lock in the all this LD that he's flashing? He does have the Beelzebub Leona. And of course the Caddis. The Light Slayer, definitely he's not gonna be using that. Oh, he also have the Wedgeat. Oh, very nice. Good stuff. Okay, at the end he still falls back to the Cadis, because Cadis working wonders for him every single time he uses it. 100% win rate, by the way, in this tournament with this team. And what will the bans be? I still feel the ban needs to be on the Gianna, right? Oh, actually going for the Sierra ban. So it's Connor confident with his Asher speed. Because both sides doesn't have any speed leader. And if the Asher moves first and the whole team follows up, I'm pretty sure one of the Dogos will die. However, not the case. The Ikaru actually faster. So just go for the group hunt onto the Asher. Asher already taking half life. Yeah, might as well just place the bomb onto the Alucia and go for the strip stun. Because he's very confident the Asher... Oh, but Asher cuts in between, able to heal up. But to no avail, the Asher is really low on health. Cadis most likely will be able to finish it off. Unless he chooses to go for the Suiki, which he doesn't. Just want to secure the kill, because the Alucia will be moving next. So getting the cleanse off onto the Kanal. Kanal needs to do good damage here with the ultimate Psycho Crusher. Let's go. Getting the slow debuffs all around and also a bonus stun onto the Gianna as well. Additional turn 2. And look at this. Ooh. The cleave from Suiki. Not able to finish off everybody, but then the life situation on Coco Melon's side isn't looking too good. Oh, the Suiki carrying this game hard. Needs to control the Kanal, but didn't get enough attack bar pushback. The Ikaru goes down. So this is the answer to deal with Coco Melon's lineup. A very, very good draft from Connor once again. Yeah, because we don't really see things like Suiki. And as the game progresses, the Suiki is just gonna be the Suiki is just gonna keep on hitting harder due to the passive. So that's a very good draft coming out from Connor. He salvaged this victory and is back to 1-1 for the match series against Cheche Heng Heng and 4PYW. So really good stuff. We finally got to see a counter against the Sierra Gianna Cadis lineup with the double Dogos. So it's not invincible. That team actually bleeds. And it's really good to see somebody come up with a counter against that draft. Yeah, because he's been using it for the previous 2 matches as well. So I'm pretty sure Connor kinda understand the gist of it and yeah, utilizing his brains in terms of his draft there. Very good stuff. And then now we'll be moving on to the match 3, which is Coco Bingsu up against Coconut. Yeah, that's loads of Cocos up for grabs here. Everybody using the same IGN because it all originates from the main user, which is Jamin, the first player from GOAT, where she always summoned LD Nat 5, so everybody trying to steal her luck. But didn't really work out for the rest, I guess. So Coco Bingsu going for this Asher, Tableau, and Clara. And Coconut, however, Regal, Triana, and Fran. Yeah, Regal is a pretty good picks. So the double Liches actually. Yeah, Antares very strong as well. Don't really care about your attack bar and your turns, because if Antares pops off with the passive, it's just gonna be moving so many times. So Coco Bingsu going for the Vigor. Vigor, pretty decent counter against it. Where we saw the big synergy earlier, right? Where the Vigor and Asher doing good damage together. 1 armor break, 1 kill potentially. And finalizing his draft with an Aria on Coco Bingsu's side. However, YS might just be opting for this Izaria as well. So does he really need the speed leader? Yeah, he's thinking. 5 seconds left for him to finalize his draft as well. And he will be locking in the Izaria. So Izaria, good controls as well. You do know the third skill, getting the attack bar pushback. And if it's at 0, it gets the sleep as well. So really good stuff. Friend is banned out together with Clara. And 24% speed leader on both sides. Asher moving first. Okay, let's go. Does he go for the buff? Feels like he needs to. Yeah, Tableau just going for the AoE second skill first. However, they didn't get any stuns. Only landing the 2 slow debuffs, which doesn't really matter onto the Antares. However, Antares gets slapped, but already getting the passive proc. Twice. Despair stuns onto the Asher as well. Now, the Izaria will be able to put somebody to sleep. There we go, 2-turn sleep onto the Arya, that's huge. No point cleansing just yet, just going for the normal poke damage. The Regal transferring the slow debuff into a freeze. And the Tableau so low on health already. Tableau goes down, this game is over. Look at the control from Waya's side. The coconut. Everybody is slapped. Parting gift once again. The Arya isn't gonna be moving. And the damage output is also really respectable. You can see there, about 2.5k per hit. Which means the either the additional damage or it's on a crit damage build. Yeah, I think it's on a crit damage build. Is Zarya. So Arya goes down. Everybody's still full life on YS's side. Yeah, the main coconut takes this win. And we'll be able to see a game 4. So 2-1 in terms of the leaderboard, in terms of this match for PYW and Jeje Hing Hing. So far so good. I'm loving the drafts. And then for the 4th match, we'll be seeing a SWC pre-ban rule. Alright, so this one, I guess Soy Revar still haven't fought for PYW's team yet. Also Jin Yao for Jeje Hing Hing's side. So we see whether any of these 2 players will pop up in the next team battle, proving their worth. Alright, the match just started. And who is it? Oh, okay, we are seeing Jin Yao. Alright, Jin Yao finally appeared. And then, on the other hand, Atom. So Atom also a very strong player. I believe they're guildmates. Yeah, because Jin Yao is from Boss as well. So what will the pre-bans be? Jin Yao most likely will be getting the first pick, as we can see here. I still feel like the Oliver needs to be banned out. Going for the Shizuka ban. Okay. Shizuka very interesting. With the recent buff that they gave her. And then Gianna banned out as well. So Jin Yao don't really want to deal with the Gianna on Atom's side. And is he already locking in an Antares at the start? A very interesting first pick, which we don't really see too often. And he's actually locking it in. Wow. Okay, so we're seeing the Wind Bison together with the Water Ryu as well to follow up with Jin Yao's draft. And Atom still has very good first turn potential with the Wunsa, together with Sierra for the speed leader. So Jin Yao going for all this kinda F2P units that we can see here in this high level gaming. Yeah, Clara Antares. something that we do not see too often. Although, we do know he has very good premium units. And finalizing his draft with that Juno pickup, Annabelle as well onto Atom's side. So this Annabelle is gonna do a lot of work if the Wind Bison is banned out. Because triple fire against the Wusa Annabelle. Yeah, like I said, the Wind Bison is definitely banned out there. And thus, Jinyo have the damage to deal with Atom's team? That is a question. Because with the early pickup on Antares, Antares isn't really that good against the lineup on Atom's side. No strips at all. Okay, finally landing the strip onto the Sierra, but this Sierra is taking so much damage. But yet again, the damage output to follow up isn't really that good. So, Wish of Immortality comes, getting the additional turn, able to heal up the Sierra here. And just gonna kill off the Antares, and I think this game is pretty much over. Yeah, the Antares first pick isn't really that good. Antares really low on health already. The Juno won't be able to heal up the Antares because Antares will go down here. Big damage. Juno potentially dying as well. Easy fight from Atom. And it's gonna be 2-2. Okay, a very good comeback. So yeah, unfortunately, Clara didn't get any stuns at the start. Yeah, that one was very unfortunate. However, I still feel like the first pick on the Antares was a little bit too greedy because you don't really know what the opponent drafted yet. And once you're seeing like a very passive unit there, you can just opt for all this immunity and whatnot. So Wusa providing very good 3 turns immunity for the team. Also, Jinyao's side, they were a little bit too fast. However, didn't really get the strips as well. He saved his Juno strip for the Wusa's third skill. However, didn't get a chance to move after that. So, a little bit unlucky on his side. Yeah, he needed the Clara to go for the strips and stuns. But yet again, Annabelle, yeah, Annabelle is there to cleanse the whole team whenever she moves. Okay, so we're down to the match 5. And we're seeing Soy Reva up against Jinyao. So they are giving Jinyao a chance to redeem himself. And the match 5 will be a SWC pre-ban ruling again. So here are the pre-bans, both sides just locking it in. And we're seeing the Jameer and Chitian Dunshing banned out. Okay, Soy Revar. He will be getting the first pick, stealing away the Water Ryu from Jinyao that he always loved to use. And we are seeing the Atna and Shizuka as well. So Shizuka, new buff. However, Oliver is in play. This guy is no joke. He'll be able to just reset your whole team every single time he moves. Such a good unit to have. And following up with one of the best normal elemental nat 5s as well with the Carnal. So Jinyao needs to think it thoroughly here. Going for the Sierra and Segment. Yeah, because we do know that those 2 units have been one of his staple lineups every single time he goes into tournaments. And we do know that his Segment is super fast. So Soy Revar, double speed leads already in play. He needs to go for the first turn. So Triton and Vertihall. Very good 2 first turn potential units. Because Vertihall is very versatile. Sometimes people are playing it on Swift. Sometimes it's on a double revenge wheel, those kind of stuff. Even triple revenge really. And this time, going for the Samoth instead of the Antares. Although I still feel Antares could be pretty decent there. But yet again, Yeah, sometimes Oliver still do good damage, and if Antares don't get his passive proc, then that unit is kind of redundant. So with the Sama pickup, I think Oliver is banned out. Yeah, definitely. He won't let Oliver through. There's no way. And yeah, there we go. Oliver and the Shizuka will be banned out. So speed leader on both sides. However, Jinyo has the premium 33%. Okay, sorry about that. I believe the game crashed, and yeah, we'll be getting in right soon with the final match of 4 PYW and Chia Chia Hing Hing. So looking at the draft, most likely they'll be using the same teams once again. I still feel like it's leaning slightly towards Jinyo because with the ban onto the Oliver, he has pretty good damage output from the Sierra. Also the Segmet placing the second skill, Curse of Beautiful, that skill is no joke. Heal block, armor break, and glancing for you to shake off for 2 turns is gonna be really tough. And then, yeah, Etna to do the damage right there and then. So we are just waiting for the players to get ready once again, and we'll definitely hop right in back into the match 5 for 4 PYW team up against Checha Hing Hing. This is going all the way to a best of 5, so really strong stuff. Yeah, all matches included in this series. Really close match. And yeah, just give us a slight moment and we'll be able to get back to you shortly, right, with the match, the 5th match. And after that, we do have the final match series between A Spades and SWPH. So that one will be the 6th match for today, which is the final one. And after that, I'll be releasing the answers for the minigame event. And good luck to you guys. Also, just gonna put it out here once again. For those of you who just joined in, please make sure to answer this in the comment section down below. And make sure to fill in your details in the Google... in the Google documents down in the pin section as well, alright? So, which is the level limit to acquire all 12 rewards of special check-in gift event in-game? Is it A, B, C, or D? Alright, lock in your answers down in the comment section below. And once again, fill up the Google form so that you'll be able to be validated to participate in this minigame event. And the rewards is a good one. You'll be able to get the ragdoll figurine for 1 lucky winner. It's really awesome, guys. The details on it is so good. Let me just bring it up here. So yeah, it looks something like this. Yeah, the ragdoll action figurine. So good luck to everybody participating and able to join in for this event. Yeah, this glorious event. 1 lucky winner will be walking away with the ragdoll figurine, and also 8 lucky participants as well will be receiving 2 mythical scrolls each. Alright. Okay, so unfortunately, the game crashed and Jinya won that match. So, yeah, congratulations to Jieche Hing Hing. They won against Team 4 PYW and they'll be getting that W, winning all their matches today. Yeah, really great stuff. And Jinyao actually redeemed himself from that fluke on the 4th match. I still felt like the Antares was a little bit too early to actually pick up that unit. And we'll be moving on to the final match here, which is A Spades up against SWPH, the representatives for the first match itself. On A Spades side, it's the Chinese guy, and on SWPH will be Ender Gabriel. And once again, make sure to fill in your details for the minigame event, alright? And after this series, we'll be showing you guys the answers for the question. And also, we'll be releasing the code at the end of this stream, so please make sure to stay tuned up to the end. So, Gianna and Oliver ban out. Ender Gabriel. What will he go for? First pick a Tessarion. So 20 seconds left. Going for the Volantis and Sierra. So Ender Gabriel probably already did his homework. Will he go for a Praha as well for double resistance leader? Since he's kind of opting for this kind of second turn pivot units, right? Could be a play. So 10 seconds left. Antares. Okay, Antares and Valadrol. So we know Ender Gabriel still has the... Was it Patter? Yeah, I think he was the Patter user earlier, right? Might be wrong, but we'll see, we'll see. So potentially double... We'll be seeing either the LD Druids popping off here. So Karnal as well, Karnal and Nana, very good draft so far. I'm liking the draft on the right side. Just needs to follow up with a last pick Stripper to do the trick. Because if Volantis is banned out, then your Sierra can't really do too much. There's so many immunities on Ender Gabriel's side as well. So Triana, and what will the last pick be? Okay, a Douglas. So Triana Douglas. Very heavy fire units from Ender Gabriel's side. Will we go for all the way up to match 5 for this series? We'll see. So Okeanos. I still feel like a water unit will be very good here. Something like a Shiho. Yeah, Shiho has strips. But opting for the Chiwu as well. Chiwu is also pretty good. And I guess you can just probably ban off the Triana or the Valadrol. Yeah, one of those are really strong. So we're just gonna ban off the Triana. Do not want to risk the safety protection from Triana. Able to heal up the team. And also with a good passive, right? For preventing death for Ender Gabriel's side. Okay, here we go. First match of SWPH and Ace Spade. Chiwu already taking such a beating there. However, Volantis getting the stun onto the Douglas. But Valadrol isn't stunned up yet. He has to go for the bomb on it. Gets the stun. Big damage. The Valadrol is dead. Yeah, it will die to dot. However, Tessarion needs to kill off somebody. Actually going for the Volantis, that's very interesting. Because if you kill off the Sierra, oh, the counter stun. I still felt like he should have just went for the Sierra because Sierra is the only unit that can kill off the Douglas. Once you bring down the Sierra, Douglas wins. Okay, but never mind, never mind. Volantis still hasn't used the third skill yet. This Tessarion getting stunned up as well, not moving anytime soon. Antares with the beneficial block isn't gonna get the attack buff, so the damage output from it is kinda limited. And from here, I believe you just stack the bomb. Okay, he's going for the bomb onto the Antares actually. So that's somewhat like a saving grace for Ender Gabriel's side for his Douglas. Now finally he goes for the Sierra kill. And I still feel like Douglas wins this. Yeah, he needed to place the bomb onto the Douglas and don't touch him until the end of the explosion. how are you killing off the Douglas right now? You do not have the Tessarion on the side. Yeah, it's gonna be a 3v1. So this time Oblivion is placed onto the Volantis already. SWAT ring comes. Damage output onto the Douglas isn't really looking that good. It's still at 3/4 of HP. Tessarion will die to the dot already. And now we'll see the power of Douglas. Yeah, he's just gonna lifesteal every single time. And the damage output, like I said, is near to 0 when you're up against the Douglas with your lineup. Your Sierra needed to land the bomb right there and then. Shouldn't have went for the Antares. That was a huge misplay. And yeah, this Douglas can just press the auto button. Pretty sure he'll definitely win this one. Something is on destroy as well. You can see the Carnal HP getting destroyed. Chiwu getting a big crit. If the opponent crits non-stop, that might be a chance to win. But however, yeah, we'll see about this. There might be a slight connection issue here between the players. So sorry about the inconvenience once again. And yeah, let's see whether the Douglas can potentially solo this. It's not that tanky. So getting the glancing, oh, he needed that. Carnal, no crit, so Carnal's still alive. Chiwu kills himself. And there's no way for this Carnal to win. Yeah, bam. Able to finish off with the second skill, Iron Uppercut. And Endir Gabriel got lucky on that one. I mean, honestly, if let's say the bomb, he had the chance to bomb, he just went for the Antares. If he went for the Douglas and didn't touch him after that for 2 turns, Douglas, I'm pretty sure, was quite squishy. One bomb definitely sufficed to kill off that unit. And then just play around with the stuns and whatnot against the Antares and the Tessarion, because they were already quite low on health. And he was already controlling the Tessarion really well. It was just the Antares, but with the Battle Fisher block that you place, it wasn't hitting that hard. It would be better to just place the bomb earlier when that Sierra had the chance. So yeah, a little bit unlucky, but good stuff coming out from Endir Gabriel. Managed to clinch that one 1-0 for his team, and SWPH taking it 1-0. So moving on, we are saying Maria Khalifa and Lordism. So Lordism going for the Antares first pick, and Maria Khalifa just opting for the Voodoo and Lulu. So this is the 20-star battle ruling, as you can see at the sidebar here on the left. And Lordism going for the double werewolves, sticking to his roots. We've seen this lineup earlier. So we're seeing the Leona and also the Umdwat. So most likely Leona has to be force banned, because I honestly do not think Maria Khalifa has any damage output to deal with it. So opting for the Royd at the end. Alright. So pretty good drafts both on both sides, where we're seeing the Umdwat again with a 33% attack leader, potentially making the Antares hit harder. But very good sustains coming out from Maria Khalifa's side as well. So Friend able to heal up, and Umdwat can't really do anything about this, but big damage, 6k crit. He needs his Antares to pop off with the passive. So Royd will be able to control here, get the attack bar reduction and also the provokes. Able to heal up, place anti-crit, very important. And however, Antares is already attack debuffed, so that's not too good. The heals on Maria Khalifa's side, it's just too much to deal with. Lulu getting this proc as well. Didn't really need to heal up, but just playing it safe. Needs to kill off the Friend as soon as possible. He won't be able to land any armor breaks anytime soon on Lordism's side, because of all the immunity plays from Lulu and Friend. Yeah, Vertihal should have hit the Asher because Asher didn't have the anti-crit, but it's fine. So, Friend, very low on health. Unrecoverable buff as well. Most likely the Friend will go down soon. But that was another slight misplay. Probably he wanted to save the Vigor's armor break for the Friend. For other units actually. Finally bringing down that Friend. And it's a 3v3. So the healing situation looks really good on both sides. The Vertihal taking so much damage from one attack. This might be the play here. Needs to heal up his Vertihal. Getting the additional turn again. Just opting for the normal attack. Yeah, the Antares probably should have used the second skill to lifesteal a little bit. So getting the counter but no crits. So Vertihal able to kill off the Antares there. And will this Vertihal drop? Oh my god, still alive? I think the window of opportunity to kill off the Vertihal is already gone. Look at the counters. And the Roid is just gonna be controlling the team really well with all these provokes and the attack bar decretion. They're getting the provoke off onto the Asher as well. So this will kill off the Asher. Left the Vigor alone. Can't really do too much about this. Getting the double crits. Okay, that's game over. And Mara Khalifa gets it 2-0. So really good stuff. I still felt like the Antares could have just used the second skill. Try to sustain a little bit because with the normal attack it was down to less than half life already. Onto the Vertihal. Could not change the outcome of that match, but yeah. At least he had a little bit more sustain if he went for the lifesteal, right? Because he had the attack buff. So, nevertheless, still good stuff coming out from both sides. And we'll be able to see the next set of players from A-Spades and SWPH. This will be the round 3. A potential 3-0. We'll see about this. It's all up to Chongkok White to save his team. Try to get one win here. So Izaria picked up, followed by Orion and Triana. So it seems to me like all this 4-star and below, even the 20-star ones, the Roid has been proving his worth. Yeah? It's been doing so much work every single time landing the armor breaks and also the provoke attack bar pushback onto one unit to control that team. Really good utility coming out from him as well. And then very tanky. Yeah? It's not easy to bring down the Roid. So this one is gonna be speed against second turn pivot. It all depends on whether SWPH has the damage output to deal with the Kinky at the end. Yeah, we're seeing the Kinky Molly. He also has the Tableau from Clockwise side. Oh, this is actually a pretty good draft. Because he has possible first turn potential with the Tableau Orion. However, Tableau gets banned out. And yeah, Tyrone for the speed leader. Which means that the Clara and the Dark Chun-Li will be moving first. Potentially the Dark Chun-Li. Okay, Clara goes for the strip stun. Gets it on 2. Hikoso didn't really do too much because there's no more strips on their side already. And able to go for the third skill if the Arya chooses to do it right here. Landing the heal block already. That's huge. Armor break goes on to the Triana as well. Another round of CCs are coming from the Arya. But Triana will be able to cleanse somebody here. getting the additional turn to remove the attack debuff and also the armor break. So the damage output onto the Triana isn't really looking that good because, yeah, on SWPH side, the Korean guy doesn't really have fire units. It's just the Clara as a support. Tyrone getting stunned up from the Kinky. So this Kinky is on Despair. And there's no heals coming out from SWPH side. Jungkook Y might be able to steal this one. Unfortunately, the Kinky didn't land any armor break. Yeah, the Dark Chun-Li is taking so much damage. Triana able to cleanse once again. Orion will be able to use the third skill. Oh wait, he didn't get it. It's still off cooldown. And yeah, Clara goes for the strip stun once again. Molly will be able to cleanse the Triana if he chooses to do so, because Triana is stunned up. Yeah, there we go. And he just needs to kill off somebody on SWPH side. No armor break once again. Kinky getting frozen up. This might be the window of opportunity for him to kill off something. But the Triana just so tanky. I feel like at this point you try to work onto any other units, I guess. The Tyrone getting stunned up as well. Good sleep onto the Kinky, but yet again the damage isn't there for the Triana. And when the Molly moves... Okay, didn't get to move because the attack bar reduction. This Triana needs to get a violent proc, very important. Didn't get it, so Orion might potentially die. He's CCing the team really well. He just can't let the Molly move. But this is actually a really fun one. So Orion goes down. Kinky very low in health as well. Oh, Molly, last gaps of heal. And Molly will go down. Yeah, the trick here is to just kill off everybody else instead of the Triana. Getting the sleep and also the stun off. Big crit onto the Triana. I think it's game over. This will be a 3-0 clean sweep for SWPH. So congratulations to them. They played really well in that last fight. And yeah, got a little bit scary because he didn't have any heals on his team. It was just like banking on the CCs from the Clara, Arya, and also the Tyrone. So whenever Tyrone gets the slow debuff, the second skill actually does the attack bar pushback. And then he was able to time it properly and get that win. So good job. Very good to see a CC team coming up ahead against a Kinky, because yeah, we do know Kinky every single time. Very high on resistance, one thing. And yeah, for you to actually do damage against that unit is gonna be really hard because it kinda takes... you can't crit on him as well. So yeah, that's the end of this one. We'll be releasing the coupon code really soon, but before we do that, we'll be taking a look at the brackets, right? So I believe the first two teams that qualify for the final round will be 4PYW and Jia Hing Hing, because they kind of almost won all their matches, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see the final tally really soon, and we'll be able to conclude everything, alright? So once again, before I release the mini-game question and answer, yeah, I mean the answer, right? Just gonna put it right here once again. If you haven't already, please make sure to type in the answers down in the comment section below, and also fill in the Google document form provided by Comters in the pinned comment section, alright? So which is the level limit to acquire all 12 rewards of the special check-in gift event in-game? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, please make sure to do that as fast as possible before I release the answer. Alright, so taking a look at the bracket. Here's the bracket for today. Jia Hing Hing topping off this qualifier with 7 points, followed by 4PYW at 4, So those two will be progressing forward to the final round, the grand finals, and they will be fighting the teams from other regions which qualified from Indonesia, Vietnam, and Thailand. So it's gonna be a really good one. In total, 8 teams will be fighting out for the final round, and really great rewards will be given out to them. And also for the viewers as well, as you're watching, yeah. So for now, we'll be showing you guys the mini game question and answer, basically the answer for the question, and also I'll be releasing the coupon code which you guys have been long awaited for since the start of this stream. And here we go for the mini game question. The answer is actually donkey. So congratulations whoever filled in the Google form with D, and all the best really to you guys trying to win the ragdoll figurine, because there will be a lucky draw for 1 winner, and also for 8 lucky participants they will be getting 2 mystical scrolls each. Alright, so without further ado, we'll be releasing the coupon code as well. Please make sure to type this in as soon as possible in game. We are C teams. Alright, so once again, the coupon code is We Are C Teams. You will be getting 100 energy, 100,000 mana stones, and 1 mystical scroll. And only 1,000 up for redemption, so hurry up and type this in your game. And it lasts until 11:59 PM tonight, so make sure to do it as soon as possible. Once again, the coupon code is We Are C Teams. Okay? So that basically sums up for today. This will be the end of the national qualifier for the Singapore, Malaysia, and Philippines region of the All-Star Team Battle 2022 hosted by Comtours. It has been a pleasure to be casting for you guys, everyone watching at home, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and looking forward to see you all in the next event. Take care, stay safe, peace out, bye bye.